everyone to Pop It Often Will Often. Today we're gonna learn Striker. Now, this is gonna be the last job of his series. Okay, I'm trying to do every single job of the class so we can catch up to Mari. Once we catch up to Mari, we won't be doing them every single day, and I won't be popping out the 3 jobs a day. Some of you might actually like them though. Striker, one of my favorite jobs of last. When I get tired of DA or when I get tired of Assassin, Striker's a go-to. It's not as stressful, and it's very, very fun to play. So let's learn this basic combo. What we have is Z, 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 Z. Something you're probably not going to use too often. You have the Z, Z, up Z, right? And that has a cooldown, but that will lead into a combo. So you can do something like this and go for that grab. Nice little spin on that move. The next thing that he has is a dash Z, which is that. Next thing he has is a dash C, which is that, where it knocks him down. Then he has a jump attack, of course. Then he has a jump dash, which is the same as his ground dash. Then he has a double dash, which is the same as his ground double dash. Let's talk about his abilities. So his ability is this. Laser Cutter. And then we have his second bar. Razor Blade. Or it might be Laser Blade. Maybe it's Razor Cutter. Razor Cutter and Razor Blade? Who cares? And then we have his last ability. You're probably not using that often. It's very easy to counter out of, and it's just not worth. One cool thing you can do with his abilities is this. This is a little combo that I've learned, you know, playing last a long time ago. You do something like that where you get them up, and then you can go ahead and catch them. And before he does that final move, you can go ahead and do that little cutter move. They won't fall, you'll hit them. It's just in the practice tool, there's not really much delay, but you will hit them. And that's a little combo that I like. All right, let's learn how to actually play some Striker. All right, so the main thing that everybody probably wants to know is how do you infi slash? Infi stands for infinite, how do you infinite slash? You have 3 ways to do it. 2 ways to do it, maybe 3, let me check. Okay, you have 3 ways to do it. So the first way is with no stepping, all you're doing is dashing. I wouldn't recommend it. As you see, it's incredibly slow. But that is a way to do it, right? You wait till he sheaths his blade, and then you go for another dash, okay? The second way you do it is you have to learn how to shadow step. Shadow step looks like this. If you guys want to know how to shadow step, please feel free to check my video on how to shadow step. We're going to go to the Trial Forest though, just because it's a much flatter area to practice this. Inevitably, you'll probably be better at doing it one way than the other. Like you'll probably be better at shadow stepping to the left or right, depending on who you are. It's very, very weird, but that's usually how it works. So if that is you, practice that one direction that you're really good at first, and then start practicing the other direction. So yeah, this is what shadow step looks like, right? And then we turn around. You'll notice that you'll hear, let me try to do it. Okay, so you hear that, I don't know how to explain it, but that's how you know you messed up. I'll try to like do it on purpose again. So this is a shadow step, and you'll hear that. When you hear that noise, that second one, you messed up. So, you see? You hear it? You don't want that. Because if you do that during an infi slash, you'll do this. And you'll stop. So during your rocket jump, right after you hit the ground, you press Z. Okay? And then you do your rocket jump again. So let me demonstrate. Rocket jump, Z. Rocket jump, Z. Rocket jump, Z. Well, not rocket jump, I'm sorry. Shadow step, Z. Shadow step, Z. Okay? So it's going to be the same thing when you put it all together when you do your shadow step. Sometimes people recommend dashing before you start shadow stepping. It's just a very easy way to get it started, but it really just depends on what you want. So once you start like doing your little shadow step, add a little slash in there. You see? Like that. You could do it so fast that you don't even see it. If you're really smooth at it, I can try to do it. I'm trying to do it, but it's very, you have to like be on point to really, you see it? How I just slashed, you didn't see it? Like, that's how you know you're good. If you guys really don't want to put in that effort to be a last main, I wouldn't recommend learning the flash step infi slash, but it definitely is way more useful than the shadow step infi slash. So, flash step, we discussed. right? If you want to see that video, once again, I have a video for how to flash step as well. So, but yeah, so we want to shadow step or flash step, and you see that's what flash step looks like with last, and then you would add your blade. You guys know I've been on a pretty large break from Grand Chase, so trying my best to like. I didn't practice it before I started recording it, so it might be a little sloppy, but that's pretty much how you want to do it. Okay. It's gonna look something like that. And it does take rhythm. So I'm a bit rusty at it, as you guys know. I haven't really been playing in a while. Kind of sad about it, but that's pretty much what it would look like. You could do it on platforms too. Once again, I would recommend that you just do shadow step if you don't want to become like a last one trick. If you don't want to be someone who's just spamming last, because doing flash step on a platform with this character is extremely difficult. But you can definitely shadow step and continue to do the infi slash through platforms, as long as you just time it right. So something like that. You see what I mean? You would do it like on the platform, so that way someone, has to really do their best to try to kill you. And you can like do it on the platform too. You don't have to go through it. You can still do it on the platform. Like a lot of the times you don't see it. You don't see the slash, but you'll hear it. Mainly because doing it on the platform does hide it a little bit better than doing it on the ground. But yeah, you can really get it going if you're doing it on platforms. You could also do something kind of like called a, I don't really know what it's called. I call it the blender, but obviously it might not be that. It's really hard to do, but if you could manage to pull it, it's really good. It's kind of like PK, but you would do it in like with last. So let's see if I can get it right for you guys. You see? So it's kind of like a blender. Right? And with flash step, it's incredibly hard to turn around. I will say flash stepping with infinite slash is better than shadow stepping, but if you do not want to put the time in to really learn how to flash step infi slash with last, it's not really hindering you as much. It's perfectly fine. Same thing with the little blender move I showed you. I would just recommend using shadow step unless you really love last and you really want to get it down. Those are for the players that really just love going hardcore into a character. If you don't want to, it's fine. You'll get the same results not flash stepping. Flash stepping is just quicker and it looks better and it's a little smoother. But it's not going to be something that will make or break you. One thing I will say flash step does do, it's very good at allowing you to grab right after you step. I don't know if I can pull it off though, but like when you mess up, you'll get a grab like every time. So if I like step right and I messed up, I would just get a free grab because I'm stepping into her like that. So like that, you see? I tried to infi slash, but she was so close, I got a free grab out of it. That's why flash stepping is better than shadow stepping when it comes to going in a straight line. When it comes to going back and forth, it doesn't really matter. You can still get the same thing if they, fall into you. So don't worry too much about it. We're doing a little blender move that I showed you. Perfectly fine. Okay. So that's pretty much it with Striker. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Another little thing you can do is something like that, but like who cares, right? You should just know how to do that if you play any of his classes. I think he can auto as well. Yeah, see, he can auto too. So if you really want to learn the auto, there you go. I think all his classes can auto, even DA. But I don't auto, so I'm not an auto master. But if you want to learn how to auto, I actually have that in the video as well. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys want to help support what I do or support the content that I create, please feel free to scroll down to that Patreon link below. Any and all support is definitely appreciated, so I can keep making these videos for you guys. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Popping often. We're locked in.